Hello, Marvelites. Welcome to this week's episode of Marvel's The Pull List. This is the show where we look at all the comics out this week, we pick a couple, we figure out a topic, we tell you why we're excited about them, why you gotta read them. Tucker, what are we talking about this week?
This week it's all about the Spider-Verse. We start with a huge issue, a big farewell, and this comes in Amazing Spider-Man number 801. This is Dan Slott's farewell to the Amazing Spider-Man. He's been writing this series for 10 years. And I love this story because this is an intimate look at what Spider-Man means just to one person. We start the story from just a normal civilian's point of view, and he interacts with Spider-Man in such a unique way. Spider-Man impacts his life in such a specific manner that really tells the story of what he means to the Marvel Universe, what he means to our world as well. It is a really powerful ending and a really worthy farewell from Dan Slott to the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes, but we still roll on with the Spider Family in Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, number 20. In this issue, it's got Annie May figuring out her life as a kid, a high school student, emotions and puberties and all that good stuff, but also it's got friggin' Mr. Sinister in it, it's got cloney business, and it has a really great conversation between Wolverine, the old knucklehead, and Peter Parker. I love their interactions in this book throughout this series.
There is really good stuff that comes as well with Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider. This is issue number 20. A mindless one has shown up in Las Vegas, and that is where we begin with it. It is so much fun because a mindless one is there, but then he kind of bonds with a little kid, just like a little 5-year-old kid who has this kinship with the mindless one, kind of takes control of this creature, and so Ben has to deal with the kid, which is very hilarious. Ben has to deal with just the source of this trouble in the mindless one itself, but he also has to deal with like the kid's mom and everything. It's a really fun beginning. It's a new arc for Ben Reilly, and it's a really fun start to this story.
Heck yeah. And in this one, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, annual number 1, we've got 2 stories in here. The first one being J. Jonah Jameson and really digging into his past, who he is, why he's a curmudgeon, but really getting to the source of it all. He has a big heart. And on the flip side, the back half of this book is just a sad sack story about Spider-Man just dealing with that Parker luck, trying to just have himself a day, and he's always getting crapped on, metaphorically.
There is another Spider character who's going through a really difficult time in Spider-Gwen. This is issue number 33, and Gwen's in jail. It's a tough time for this character. She is in the courthouse with her lawyer, Jen Walters, aka She-Hulk. They're trying to figure things out, but it's really just inside the mind of this character, seeing how she deals with this difficult situation, with the claustrophobia, with all the darkness and nefarious characters that come with being in jail. And she's having a really tough time at the moment because she, of course, needs to go through it as Gwen and not as Spider-Gwen. So it's really cool to see how this creative team puts her through the ringer like this.
We did not want to miss out on these 2 issues. Huge books this week. Tony Stark, Iron Man, number 1. Oh my goodness, it is tremendous. It has a talking cat named Dr. Shapiro. That is all you need to know. No, it's not. There's so much more. And this one is X-Men Gold, number 30. This is the big wedding issue. Whew. A lot happens in there, and it is gorgeous.
Do not get spoiled on that one. Wow.
If you don't want to get spoiled, don't worry about it. On Marvel's The Pull List, the podcast version, we give you everything you need to know without spoilers. We're real good like that. And we will talk more about a bunch of those issues on This Week in Marvel later this week. But for now, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Tucker.
This is Marvel,
Your Universe.